Good morning. I'm Mark Bannon. Welcome to my video blog. I'm out for a little early morning walk here in my backyard in the foothills of Colorado. I was thinking this morning as I walked along, waiting for the sun to come up, I was thinking about time, or probably really more about making space. In my recent videos, and in a lot of my videos, I talk about things like ambitions, our highest goals. I talk about special gifts and talents we may have and things like that, and pursuing those and happiness and so forth. And recently someone said to me, that's easy for you to say. You're walking around in the foothills of Colorado, writing, taking courses, and doing all this stuff. Well, I just want to share a couple things with you. It wasn't always like that for me. In fact, it was quite different. I spent about 35 years of my life being a road warrior, a workaholic, for lack of a better term. I worked often, pretty much never worked less than 60 hours a week. There were many weeks that I would work 80 hours a week. 3 years ago was the last time that I worked on the road. And I remember my wife, my beautiful wife, Amy, came into my office as I was hammering away on what was probably, I don't know, maybe my 80th or 90th or 100th email of the day that I was responding to. I was pretty stressed out and so forth. And she came in to me and said, "Mark, do you realize how many days you were on the road last year?" And I kind of looked up a little bit annoyed. I was busy and all with important stuff like my 100 emails. And I said, I thought about it. And I said, no. She answered 210 days. Now think about that. 210 days getting up, flying on planes, zigzagging across the country, hammering emails, and stressed out. So I don't want to labor on that. I'll share another very private story. When I was 31 years old, I was probably about 40, maybe 45 pounds heavier than I am now. And I was actually turned down for life insurance. They did my blood work. I had high cholesterol. I had high blood pressure. I had slightly elevated liver enzymes and so forth. And they did a life analysis of my work habits. Back then, you used to fill out questionnaires of, do you ride motorcycles and so forth. And so in any case, when I filled all this out, they came back with a very daunting life expectancy for me and turned me down for life insurance at 31 years old. So the reason I'm sharing this is I spent a lot of my life from that point back when I was in my 30s and in my 40s and in my 50s. I spent a lot of my life trying to fight hard to break those bad habits and things that weren't serving me. And it was brutal. And quite frankly, I failed at it over and over and over again. And then finally, late in life, as of recent, I realized that it was really more about making space in your life for things that you want. Making space in your life for those ambitions that you have, for those deep desires that you have, and so forth. So for me, it was a process of eliminating. The first thing, especially when COVID hit, everybody was Netflix, jamming, and so forth. First thing I did is I cut back and virtually gave up on TV. Stopped watching Netflix. Actually stopped watching the news. I found it just put me in a real bad, frame of mind. I started reading, taking online courses. And what I found is as I made space for things in my life that I liked, I realized that it wasn't hard to give up the things I didn't like. So I just wanted to ponder that today with you, share that thought with you today. Maybe start by just eliminating a few things in your life that aren't serving you. And lastly, if you like these video messages, I ask you to please like them on social media, share them if you would. And if you haven't signed up for my email list, you can sign up by texting the word CAVE, C-A-V-E, to 44144, or visit me online at markabannon.com. Anyway, thanks for joining me this morning on my sunrise walk. And I hope you have a really great day. Thank you. Bye.